Hello, this is Chertsey Lover. Today I'm in Bracknell, somewhere near the town centre. I'm going to see some places I don't know. I do know Bracknell. Like, I've been there twice, but both times were long walks. Once going Reading to, I think, Sunningdale was when I gave up. Another time I walked Egham to Reading. I succeeded. And yeah, so I walked through Bracknell a little bit. So I've seen a little bit. I think I've seen this part. If I remember right, I think I turned off somewhere on this road to get out. But I'm not looking to get out right now. So let's just go back into town. So yeah, today the topic is happiness the goal of life? And this is a hard question because I used to think the answer was yes. But then, I don't know, the answer's kind of changed. The answer basically is, I don't know. I have no idea what the point of life is. You just exist and then you die. Probably you might continue somewhere else, you might not, no one knows. Some people think they know, some people think yes, God and heaven and hell, and some people think 100% nothing happens, that's it, you disappear. I have no bloody clue. I had a bit where I believed in reincarnation. I was like, hey, we reincarnate into different dimensions and all this. Hey, why is it just the earth? Why can't it be a million different dimensions? But again, I think that was just something I wanted to believe in. Like, just how do you know this stuff? Where do you get this from? You just make it up. Even if you die and come back, like you could just be imagining it. You know, whatever you see, whatever you hallucinate, and all that stuff. So who knows? And I think happiness is nice and all, but like, it kind of just is one of them goals that doesn't really make sense. I guess in a way, everyone's trying for happiness. You try and win the debate. You try and have the point that people like. You want to be like, hey, the government is coming for you and they made money to trick us into fighting against each other. And you go, yes. And then you feel happy that someone agreed with you in your conspiracy theory. But, yeah, I just don't know. I mean, I just think, like, you make efforts trying to do stuff to make yourself feel better about yourself. You hope things go better, your life situation gets better, you have enough to distract yourself. Like, I honestly probably think that life is just distracting yourself. Like, I mean, like, what's a happy person? Someone who has a lot to do, a lot of people to hang around, not too many arguments, you're nice people, they get to travel enough. I don't know, I don't meet any happy people. I mean, maybe, but most times they don't seem to be happy. Most times when I tell someone something good, they're going to give me a reason to be unhappy about it. And then that's why I stopped wanting to tell people stuff. But, I mean, there must be some happy people out there who are like, yes, I like living, life's cool and all. They're not trying to, like, convince everyone that they're right about everything. They just, enjoy their life. They're not complaining. They're not trying to find problems with everything. But, I don't know. I never really find these people. Like, seems like in whatever job I have, people seem really unnecessarily stressed out, really like anxious. They don't really like. I don't know. They don't really seem sure of themselves. Like, I feel like there's a big shift I had from like school to uni to leaving. Like, at uni, it felt like some of the lecturers weren't really winners. Or I studied physics, but like, they still seemed to know that they knew the content they were teaching. For the most part. And then now I go to a job and I get worried about asking a question because sometimes they don't know the answer and they get embarrassed about it and they start getting like giving me evils and whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not a good start to the job. I don't know. Maybe it'll change if I get better jobs. It's not always like that. Like, it's been better this job than other jobs. I haven't got any evils for asking questions, but I'm not convinced I'm with people who are super happy about life. Some of them alright. But yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, is happiness the point of life? In conclusion, who knows? How can you know what the point of life is? What would even the point of life mean? Like, your life ends, you just get a medal saying you achieved the point of life. Like, Oh, I'm back here, dude. I have a theory that maybe the point of life is like everyone just like we're all just spirits or whatever. Maybe we're in like some higher dimension. Maybe it's just another universe that simulated this one. People volunteer themselves to come into this planet to try and fix it, going, hey, my soul and spirit are so strong, they will go against all of the hardships of this world and they will fix the world. And then they go in and then they get depressed and then they just fall for all the problems and then they die. And as soon as they wake up, they just look at everyone and they just look embarrassed and everyone pats them on the back and they go, look man, we told you it was hard. No one's done it. This simulation has been going on for like billions of years in their time and no one has figured it out. Maybe next time, maybe some of us are real, some of us in this planet are real, some of us are just like robots or like people from higher dimensions sent to fix the world that just they don't even know they're in it. Who knows? I don't know. Some people believe that we were made by like some aliens, because they put in some science into it. Oh look, these aliens, they genetically made us with their science DNA power, and then they left us for some unknown reason, and now we're too stupid to access them. But maybe one day they will come back. Hey, isn't that like how the Bible says Jesus will come back? Damn. I guess these religions were written by people who had bad families. Their families left them. If you believe Jesus will come back, that's better than your family come back. What the hell was that? Okay, doesn't matter. That was like dream. Okay, now I've got an offensive. That's not good. This is my kind of issue with talking. I just feel like whenever I talk for too long, eventually I'll say something that is offensive to someone. I don't know, it's so much stress. I kind of feel like everyone says everything that everyone says offends me, because I struggle to speak properly. Like people, like I can't really say anything anyway. Like if someone says anything bad about me, like I'm kind of screwed. I just have to hope that like my silence makes them go on and they'll sound stupider. But I don't really say much anyway. But yeah, I just feel like kind of everyone says stuff that offends me, but I'm still always like careful of offending others because I don't want the trouble. And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of all just led into a bit of a rabbit hole of me not really being able to communicate with anyone in the whole planet, except for like when I'm required to for work, and even then, like, there's a lot of awkward conversations. But that's something I'm thinking about as well, because I've been to like a book club, I've been to a public speaking session, and people like around my age. I kind of feel like I get more comfortable, but I also just say more weird stuff. Today I went to this like activity class, which I think was like mainly mum. Like everyone was probably older than me there. And then today I'm not gonna say anything weird. Plus, there's not really that much room to talk when you're active. And yeah, I mean, I feel like in there, like, I'm just not gonna relate to anyone, but at least I won't say anything offensive. Maybe I'll be able to talk normal. Oh no, I hope so. Is that the meaning of life, having social skills? That is something I'm working on. I'm trying to put myself out there, but very slowly. Like, nothing serious, nothing like actually making friends and hanging out. But I don't know, I wouldn't mind like if I can hang out with someone when they don't just go and say, hey, do you want to hang out next week as well? And it's like, oh my god, man, I just met you. Or like I used to have like this guy from school that like we wouldn't talk for months, and then whenever we'd catch up, he'd try and like get me to talk all the time. And I just felt like if we just caught up every now and again, it'd be fine. But because of that, it just made it so difficult and so like uncomfortable. Yeah, it'd be nice if I just had people like every now and again I could just talk about life, talk about what we're doing, just listen, not have to give opinions and everything. Like, I remember like my friends used to do that where I told them something, they'd give their opinion on it, I wouldn't be convinced, I'd give them my point, and they'd say, yeah, but we're still right. We're like, they'd say they're still right. They'd be like, okay, well, it's my thing, I'm gonna do this, and they just like keep pushing it and being like, I have to convince them of my own decision. And I'm just like, well, if you haven't convinced me of your opinion, I'm gonna stick to what I think. Shut up, leave me alone. I wouldn't tell them to shut up. So I think I have a lot of anxiety because of like just people not treating me the way I want, and I don't know what the way I want is really, because it's hard to find this line between what's realistic and what's realistic and what I want, finding some middle. And then half the time I don't even know, like sometimes I want people to say something, and then if they say it, that will piss me off. So I kind of think that it's not really going to be something I know. Like, I don't know. I think you just have to spend time around people and get along with them, and maybe you become friends with them. I don't know. I just, I gotta do something so that my life isn't just staying indoors and being bored, and But yeah, anyway, on that note, look at all of these shops. Look at all of these businesses. Bracknell, big place with lots of businesses, lots of shops, big town. Woo. Anyway, yeah, have a great rest of your day. Good night.